Okay, so this is my quiet book, and you can see I have a superhero fabric in the front, and then I used batting and binding tape to quilt that together. And then I sewed in just a piece of felt, did an X on the back, and used a piece of Velcro to latch it. Then you open it up, and I have some sticky foam letters that I used for the cover, and the first time I opened it, my son ripped off the end, so I think I'm going to have to hot glue these in. But then I have these little dragons, and they're actually iron-on, but I wanted him to be able to remove them, so they put the sticky Velcro on the back, and these Velcro pieces I got for like $2 or $3 from Walmart, and they were way worth it, way easier than trying to sew in anything. So this is my Wheel of Time page. It says Spin the Wheel of Time, and it has the banners of the 3 main characters and then their initials underneath. And then here's the symbol for the Wheel of Time, and he can spin it around. I just sewed in a button, and then he just spins it around. This is my Lord of the Rings page. It's Destroy the Ring in Mount Doom. And I've got 2 little hobbits here, and a ring that is actually from the Risk game, Lord of the Rings Risk game. We don't play it very often, so we took the ring from it. Has the writing on it and everything. And you can take the ring and place it into Mount Doom. This is one of my Doctor Who pages. It's put the TARDIS back together. So I've outlined the TARDIS with a sewing machine, and then I hand stitched all of the puzzle piece lines, so we can take the puzzle pieces and put them where they belong. This is my favorite page. It's Help the Dragon Count His Gold. So I used felt glue for a lot of this, and so where you see this, I think it has a nice flatter appearance than hot glue. And but one thing is, when you use felt glue, you do need to make sure that you leave it be for like 3 hours, otherwise it'll come up really easily, so you have to let it set. But I stitched in these lines, and then we have the gold that I just used little beads for, and then just stitched them in once. And then on this side I actually did use hot glue, and you can see it's just more bumpy and stuff with the felt. It's more noticeable. And then these are just gold beads, and I used ribbon for the lines because I used embroidery floss first and it was way too droopy. Didn't really work well, so I used ribbon instead. This is my Help Dobby Matches Socks page, and you can see here some of my dots have fallen off, and that's again because of the felt glue. Felt glue works really well for bigger things like Dobby. His head and his arms are all felt glued down. You can see there's not a lot of give with the fabric, but when you use tiny little things like these dots, the felt glue really is ineffective, so I think I'd rather just stitch them on. But yeah, you can take the sock, match it to its bigger sock. Then we have Help the Doctor Regenerate, and I wanted him to practice with buttons, so I have one button here to open the clothes, and then I have the clothes, and with each doctor there is a button he can do. So here he can button on his bow tie with the 11th doctor. With the 10th doctor, got his glasses, his hair. He can put on a necktie, button that on, there's a little line. And I just cut those. I didn't do fancy buttonholes. I don't know. It's felt. You don't really need to be as fancy. And then I have the 4th doctor. And this was probably the biggest stretch, but I really wanted him to be able to practice buttoning with each one. So that's my another Doctor Who page. And then this is my last page. It's Help Wolverine Prepare for Battle. And I just sewed this on and then used felt glue, so you can see it works pretty well. And then here I have a hand that I stitched, and then I glued these foam claws to popsicle sticks so he can take them out and put them back in. And that's my quiet book. I used metal rings for the center, and then I haven't completely finished. You can see the side has eyelets. I'm going to finish that, but we wanted to play with it today. So I want to take a video before you destroyed it. But yeah, you can put these metal eyelets in, and all you have to do is cut a hole, and then you put in the eyelet, and then you hammer it down. So they're pretty cheap at craft stores. But that is my nerdy quiet book.